everyone, welcome back to Eastwick Cottage Garden. This is Tracy, and today we are going to put together the flower arrangements that I didn't get put together yesterday. It's another low-key day. It's pretty much going to be a low-key week all week. And I just thought that, maybe if you guys were interested on seeing the flower arrangement come together, we could work on that today. So it is in the evening, the sun is setting, so it's kind of in my face a little bit, so hence the glasses. And I'm just gonna set the camera up and we're just gonna get going. So I'm gonna start with the big arrangement. Well, it's not really big, but the arrangement that goes on my dresser. And then if we have leftover, work on the arrangement for the kitchen window. Hi everyone, I am just jumping in here. It is a few days later, and I'm just jumping in here because there's some items that I'd like to share with you that I noticed while I was doing my garden walk, and I think you'd like to see them too. So we can see here that the lavender is really starting to bloom, and this is very exciting. It smells delicious. And in here, this daisy here is fully bloomed out. And I'm really, really loving the Pequito Orange Agastaki. I am going to be adding more of those. I really like how they blend in with the blue of the Scabiosa, the new Scabiosa that we got from Gasper. I really love the combination on that. Also, the tomatoes and peppers are getting very tall. Last year I did not have much success with them at all. The branches from the ornamental cherry tree, the Kwanzaa cherry tree, were hanging over and it wasn't getting a lot of sun, but I had an arborist come and trim them back, so I think it's really helping out a lot for that purpose. And I also have to say, I did not use Biotone starter fertilizer last year in any of my plants, and I've noticed a huge difference in the plant growth and the overall health of the plant from using that. So if you haven't considered using a starter fertilizer, especially if you're just using potting soil or if your soil's not that great, this would be a good thing to do. The Mystic Penstemon is done, I think, but I'm going to leave the flower stalks up because apparently it gets really pretty red little seed heads, and the foliage, as you can see, is starting to turn right here. The foliage turns burgundy color, and I love red foliage in a garden. Look at this pretty little butterfly. I don't know if you can see. I think it's a moth, but it's like a really pale blue. And the early lavender ice phlox is doing really well, blooming out a whole lot. Looks really beautiful. A lot of things still need to be deadheaded. We had some rain. We had a lot of rain yesterday, which we needed really, really badly. So things got very watered, and they're growing very well. But I also wanted to show that the flower stalks on the annual salvia are coming in very, very nicely, and I think they look really pretty up against the red and the orange of the coleus. I just walked around. I made the loop around the garden to head out, and I'm noticing that the lavender is actually blocking the path, so I might have to trim this side back, but it's fun to walk through and it helps with keeping mosquitoes away, so that's what I use it for a lot in this garden space. With our fall gold raspberries, it looks as though we're getting some flowers on them, potentially. So they're all down in here, and there's on this one as well. So I'm very excited about that. The combination of the lavender blooming in the orchard bed in combination with the coronation gold yarrow, I think is absolutely beautiful. I love how they're intertwining, and it's just really pretty to see them together. It'll be even prettier as the lavender blooms out more. So I posted a short on this, but we got, I think, probably close to 2 inches of rain last night pretty exciting. And thanks again, Melissa, for the rain gauge. It is wonderful. I wanted to point out here that our Super Beena Pink Cashmere is doing really, really well on both sides. And wait, look. And it is also dragonfly season. Did you see that? I don't want to get closer to it to focus it because it's going to move, but it's dragonfly season here in the wetlands. So in July, there are going to be a whole lot of them flying around all over the place. I have to do a lot of deadheading, so that's going to be a task for the weekend. But we are getting buds on the gardenia. This is the Diamond Spire gardenia. And on both sides, we're getting buds, which is very, very wonderful. Very exciting. And the GMs that my mom cut back are blooming again. 2 of them are, and I hope that the other 2 will start putting up bloom spikes as well. And these lilies are doing really, really well. Now I'm wondering if these are not actually tiger lilies, but are daylilies, because the blooms only seem to last a day. And the ones in the back are more doubled, and they last more than a day. So I'm thinking this is a kind of a daylily. This is something that my grandmother had planted years ago and is just coming back again after years of abuse and neglect. A very tough plant. And over here, we have the delicious candy echinacea that is blooming so very nicely. And what I love about it is having the color of the delicious candy in the garden here is making the back and black sedum stand out even more. So I'm loving how this bed is really taking shape. It looks really, really good since we've had the rain. I love how the colors are blending together. And I want to show you that this is the Living Easy Rose. And I hope that it can come, you can see it on camera, that it comes up. It is the most glorious, I can't even describe the color. It's like a peachy orange yellow, but it is glorious. I don't even think the camera knows what to do with it. It glows. It literally glows. So the glowing that you're seeing is pretty much what's happening. It's like it's on fire. I love it. And it smells amazing as well. And also in this bed, this guy, I'm going to have to trim him up because he's covering over one of the gardenias. But the gardenias in the front here are also, I believe, putting on some flower buds, and they're going to get ready to bud out for me. So that is wonderfully exciting. So anyway, I just wanted to jump on and show you this, and now we'll get back to flower arranging. So hopefully you can see what we have going on here. I have this one, which is going to be for the kitchen window. So I'm going to hold that to the side, but I have this little tankard here that I actually got from like Dollar General or Dollar Tree or something like that, just to put flowers in. It's nice. It has a handle on it. It's clear glass so you can see the stems, and it's just small enough that it, you know, fits on my dresser. It's not too big. I like putting flowers in quirky items. It doesn't have to always be a fancy, pretty vase. So we're going to start with we'll start with the foliage. We have our foliage here in this bucket. We'll start with the foliage. We have flowers here. We're here, and then we have flowers here. So I'm going to move these out of the way so you can see a little bit better. And I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to probably put some music on while I'm doing this. and we're just going to get going. So just one thing I wanted to mention is, so they're still in water. They've done their conditioning. So I'm going to make a fresh cut on the flower, on each of the flowers, and for the stems I'm going to cut up into the stem a little bit so that it helps with it to be able to take up some more water for a longer period of time. So that's it. We're just going to get going, and there's going to be plant debris everywhere, so don't be alarmed. that is all that I can do with what we cut yesterday. But we have this one that's going in the kitchen window. And it has a back, so it's going to be backed up against the little cabinet by the sink. And then we have this, which is much more airy for the bedroom. That's all we have for today. I just wanted to jump on here really quickly and do a little flower arrangement in case you guys were interested. So let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more of that kind of content, or would you just want to stick to maybe the cutting and then just leave the arrangement for something else. But anyway, I just wanted to jump on real quick and do a little arrangement for you of the flowers that we cut yesterday. So there we go. So I hope you have a great day, and I hope that you're doing well, and thank you again for all of your support, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye.